Please help me as I'm literally stuck in uninteresting literature that irritate my irrelevant iterativity, because iterating eruptions of irregular iterative recapitulation prompt interruptions on productivity, as the irreparability itself, is the entire irrepealability of reiterating iteration, needing of all available disableability, or frivolity of further frantic semantic antics that replay for insane mind membrane games, of appalling applause pauses, from adjusting unjust causes, just as this unappealing iteration repeatability must not imply an impressed expedience experienced by extra expressed expedientric eccentricity, as the impetus immediacy imperative of these extra spelled existence metamaterial electricity, needs ethereal surreal serial intergalactic essential mother material, with ectoplasmic plasticity, and existential elasticity, as it can practically paralyze a parallel parallactic special overanalyzed situation specificity, as the ecological experience explanation, of this environment experiment complicity of existence invariant variation, which express the experienced domesticity, such as when iterating produces eruptions that irritate like this irrepealable recapitulation situations, meaning in turn irreparable repeatability when reiterating iterations as iteration or either as an ethos thesis, whenever nether chaos thesis increases, nor never sensed essences neither ceases the enigmatic dramatic ecological semantic literature iterations, that ultimately illustrate literally by this hypothetical letter demonstration. For an ample example on how far better an eccentric expedientric alphabet letter can maybe be for better explanations of precisely why impetuses are imperative so that the institute varying variety of experience vast variance variable variations excel at extra excellent expanding of the existential understanding within a higher paradox entire pariah paradigm from some subatomic hitting chronic chronology clocks rhyming a chronologarithmics chiming when exploring a Chrome Firefox with a mono pseudo-echoing eurythmics King Kong bong like timing gong aligning to the Tron-Chronothon paramarathon unlocking port locks so some sought after thoughts straight out of the box made detox distort diverts that can cause a distraught pervert rocks to resort to revert exerts retort on their report of pink socks eluding but thoughts that hurt when caught intruding by the export expert of any after Fort Knox refined redefined fighting words that rocks the docks boats that floats. When fought in the dirt impression of sort especially special expression gloats by non-aggression from deep ego depression expression emotes not by streaking secretions suppression environment sensuous sensations with goats in anticipation of a fine sublime prime time from participating thumbs up votes precipitating like perspiration a sign of chronic accretion chronicles creating a master debate chronic year-long conundrum canonicals experienced as expedient comicals that constitute the a cappella institute of dispute as anxious acts enacting the fella exacting of a state cooler than an Antarctic fonzerelic who's a drooler too hollow like a mystic linguistic statistic fool possessed hectic yeller at a non-progression suppressed old school session illogical iterations in succession obsessed and assessed now as you're participating here in this unprofessional inconsistent entailing the detailing of all entities experiencing or expressing download coercing at X nodes by peep shows. Diversities of overblown bandwagon loads shown via universities varying visible metamorphic diabolic metamorphic metabolic rate material modes especially special entities that arise experiencing expounded exponential centripetal entropies suppressing surprising complicated implicated implodes in loads of below blow triple X low loads along the boats down life's roads of non-existent ode super ode to Da Vinci Cinci gringe crunch cringing the banging fringe codes that then whinge exponentially like explodes known as grammar stutter stam the rhyming manner shown cooking the loose screws too and screwing the cranky crank pot grammar spanner head rammer is a tool for cranking up a too cool for school MC hammer time tool crimed too because when you're too legit to quit a too hot to handle the money shot slug slot spot just to undo a screw or two to cut loose a busted parachute pants abuse muse having every misused tissue magazine issue who exercised the finger poking of doom to Any guilty chests in the room that reflect back from the furthest mirror nearer on the wall to who's not best and fairest after all, or too old Cold War to uphold an untouchable scammer, or hire a drier town crier to lie higher than a think tank brained gangsta who money shots hot spots and overshoots mental loops just to argue over semantics in a frantic antics as type of mentally abuse the sheeple chasing the steeple, working and racing around the Formula One, of course, just to keep up the monopolizing the monetary manipulating, so then manipulate the military monopolizing as the monotonous monitoring of the monetary minority, synonymous with any autonomous anonymous authority, totally picking Santa's socks, raising the lowland lambs, lined illogical and bada bar, constantly more harder to every 0 point hippie joint by vacuuming out all the hip pockets the energy, while only the pissing pocket cascade accolade charade get paid in a gay pride parade masquerade while getting laid off by the Baywatch hustle and bustle tussle, waiting for Russell the love muscle to swine flu cough up out a bottom lobotomy in a gale or all overall the poor war horse total overall proverbial population in a poverty demon demonstration of prevailing adding provability to dig bats wearing witches hats tutoring totalitarian toe-tooting nude adding to the pseudo-democracy where the wally tally witches provide Hogwarts wards to the pack of expat backpatters roller razor blade skating Scrooge luge uncool drool runnings ruled by 100 huge monkeys typing on thin ice that's too hot even for the fawns at an air conditioning exhibition to suffice advice or pretend amended 10 to the global warming rally juke repair slaps and taps so no congrat claps or tipping hats as that's where the risk versus reward misstep crap hitting uber cool fans stats are kept under glad wraps between flawed logic gaping Grand Canyon gaps.